celestial rising, divine afternoon, and grand night to the beautiful divine mirage watching this mindful message. It's your divine reflection, divine messenger, and we are back with another authentic truth. And I want to put you on game real quick. So, ashwagandha right here. Hopefully y'all can see that ashwagandha, and then lion's mane mushrooms, and then lion's mane. Y'all can see Walgreens right there, and I got this was like this past week, whatever the case may be, but yeah, I just wanted y'all to see that because, you don't really need shrooms, you don't need psychedelics, you don't need weed to cause you to be open-minded. And as y'all can see, I'm in New York basically, so that was the city that I'm in, but I'm just showing y'all the authentic truth that I'm living in right now, or I'm staying at, because I'm going to leave New York Monday. Let me calm down. So I'm just excited because I just wanted to show y'all it's how I'm living. So right now I'm in my coach's childhood friend's basement or whatever, and the rest of them are upstairs. But I was just laying down. I just wanted to show y'all too, this is how the bathrooms are. So as y'all can see, I'm tall as fuck, so I gotta bend my head and shit. But this is how the bathroom look. This is one of the bathrooms, but this is how small this shit is. This is my toothpaste right here. Y'all can see too. Fluoride free, we don't brush our teeth with fluoride. I don't do that shit. So, and then my beard oil right there. But it's how little this shit is. And the thing is too, I'm so damn tall. This is how I gotta use the bathroom. If I want to use the bathroom here, this is how I gotta sit. I gotta sit like this, because I can't sit. I can't sit like that. So this shit is just different. This is very different. And of course we got the washing machine and all that, my sponge over there. Excuse me. And this is the room I'm sleeping in right now. So I had to make the bed and all that. I put the cover over there. I didn't mean to do that. But I had the piano set right here. And then this was the knack. I didn't put this in the trash right here. He got comic books. I fuck with comic books. And then that's for the upstairs. But just look at this, bro. You got a light right there. And then you just got chairs. So, I just wanted to show y'all that. But I'm gonna get on the chair real quick. Yeah, hold on, y'all. Let me get a chair. Yes, sir. But, no, I just wanted to talk today about just my experience in New York and the difference from, how Georgia is, because the one thing that I noticed is New York, they're family oriented. They're more likely to shower you with grace and being appreciative of who you're being. And that's the one thing I've noticed. So as you can see too, we're about to have a game. So we don't have a car out here, but we've been using somebody else's car that my coach knows and all that. I just been y'all thought somebody had called me from upstairs. I one of the coaches that called me, because I'm staying with my head coach and then my assistant coach. But the one thing I noticed was, they're just very family oriented. And right now, I'm staying in one of the boroughs or whatever the case may be, and we're playing at Queens College, but I'm staying in the suburbs of New York or whatever. And New York is just, their mind is fascinating. It's just, they do so many unorthodox things to where their mind control is just so enhanced, but it's creative. And it's like they're in tune with their inner child out here. Even though a lot of them are older than me, it's like I'm sitting at a table with, I got so many stories in just a day of what I've seen, what I've experienced. And it's no different from being back at home. The only difference is, I'm appreciative of just the low income neighborhood, but it's like a lot of these houses are going for $630,000, $760-some thousand for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 4-bedroom, 2-bath. But it's little, as you can just see. It's like London, basically. To me, New York is a London part 2. And that's literally how it is, honestly. Somebody just DM me. So I appreciate you for that. Well, not DM me, but comment on my video. But, you know, I'm appreciative of being just taken in by the hospitality, because I'm sitting at a table with 50-year-olds, and a lot of their kids around my age are in college still, and it's just unique to sit at this table amongst people who are bosses basically, and listen to their conversations, and they're just telling me about, you know, all the people they went to school with and like the neighborhoods. It's like, the thing in New York is there's no point in driving for real. So we were walking down this, like, the boulevard or whatever. They got like, they have numbers for their block. So it's like alarm went off and shit. I didn't even take a nap, but my bad, y'all. So we're walking, and it's like they got corner stores right by the neighborhoods, and that's so convenient to me, because in Georgia, it takes at least 5 to 10 minutes just to get to your grocery store, depending on how far you are from the grocery store. But, you know, there's like a Walmart down the street from me that's maybe, I want to say, 3 to 5 minutes, but that's not really bad. But I ain't walking there for real. I used to, but there's no point. If I got a grocery shop, I might as well just go and get in the car. But over there, they got all your local mom and pop shops, and I love that. And my head coach, you know, he grew up here, so he was just putting me on game. And my other coach came, we picked him up from the airport, from JFK Airport, and he was putting me on. And they're both of their friends that they grew up with, they were just putting me on game. Even their wives, they were putting me on game. So I was just sitting at a table, like, for example, their friends and like their wives or whatever, just talking to them, just learning about just the culture. And that's the thing as well, they're just so focus driven on that culture aspect. They don't want to get rid of that. And even though they're gentrifying New York, they still keep it in the house, and they still like, and the thing is, they're cool to people who lived on the same exact block as them. So even going back to see my head coach, who was coaching me when I was in middle school, early high school, seeing where he grew up and the park that he played basketball at and the high school that he went to. And then we drove by the high school that 50 Cent, LL Cool J, Bob Cousy, Run DMC. So we're just like driving by all these different landmarks. And even A Tribe Called Quest, there was this building, I want to say Cleaners. They made a music video on top of that, Cleaners or whatever, and on the side it said represent with A Tribe Called Quest on the side. And I was just thinking, hearing their stories and just seeing how the houses are, it just makes me appreciative, you know, because, you know, I just really didn't take this stuff for granted, you know. And it's just very, man, you know, I just got so many things going on right now. I'm just trying to make sure too that nobody's really in my conversation, because I like to have my peace and all that. So if you hear people walking, there's literally people upstairs right now at the moment. But, you know, that's just the hell. But that's just the one thing. It's just, and then Georgia, it's hard to even have that family-oriented dynamic, because a lot of people don't want to see you win. Out here, everybody winning, and there is no comparison for the winning side of things, because it's like, we see you win, you doing what you gotta do, I'm winning, I'm doing what I gotta do, and you appreciate me, I come support you, you support me. And then we gotta talk for weeks or months, but when they do, it's like they never left. The conversation still picks up where it left off, and everybody's just, they're at a peaceful environment. Like, the vibration is they're so accustomed to their MK Ultra, they don't really care for anything else. They're at peace. They done had so many experiences, so many memories in their childhoods, where at their adult age, there really isn't really anything for them to worry about or focus on besides going to work, you know, drinking their coffee, smoking their cigarettes, smoking weed, drinking, and just having a good old time, eating chicken and all that. Those are just the things that I noticed, you know, they do love. New Yorkers, if you're watching this from New York, y'all love meat. Pause. But anyways, y'all love meat and y'all love low vibrational things, and that's really what I've adapted, you know, and just being able to be non-judgmental. I done heard so many different things to where it's accepted in my, you know, genetic database to just to see my people have so much instilled programming into their vessel. I just sit and listen to it. And even being out of my body last night, because one of my head coach's friends named Jeff, you know, he's a new character in my story. His name is Jeff. He's 56 years old, and he had this bourbon and whiskey, whatever, and he was basically saying it was a grown man drink. And a lot of them were wondering how old I was and all that. And I was telling them I'm just only, you know, I ain't gonna say my age, but a lot of you probably know my age, but I'm not 28 yet. But I was telling my age, and then they was giving me drinks or whatever, and it was just crazy just to be out my body, but still intact with my mindset. Because my thing is, I had such a strong connection with my vessel to where I don't get super drunk, I don't get out my body, and I'm not sloppy or whatever. I was mellowed out, just listening and being at peace with them, just hearing out their perspectives on life and how they travel, how they take the train or the bus or they walk. And it was just very interesting to me, because I was just like, man, if only Georgia had this stuff. And that was just the one thing, you know, I really appreciate, is just their accepting. And the one thing I do enjoy is when we were walking, people saying peace, one love, or what's up, family, just dapping people up. And people, like, I was introducing myself, and it was like, yeah, my name is so-and-so, nice to meet you, dapping them up, doing what we gotta do, and then bringing it in, doing whatever. You know how my carbonated people do. If you're not my skin color, you won't know the handshakes and all that. I don't do that symbolism for, No, I want to do like this, bring it in. How you doing, my brother? Nice to meet you and all that. And it's just like, I've known them my whole life, but I just met these niggas. It was just so interesting to me. And that's the thing, I want to be able to take my time with this video too. Y'all know, I don't like rushing videos, because we gotta go to a game, so we gotta get there early and all that. I just want to make a quick little video so I can stay consistent and all that, because it is still business over vacation. But in Georgia, we don't really have that. I don't get to sit at the table and have conversations like that. And even yesterday, they were showing me the show Raising Canaan, and they were saying in Queens, that's basically what they grew up in. And just them watching, they said if I go back and watch season 1 and season 4, everything they went through, it'll all make sense, because they showed me the ropes. They showed me, you know, bacon, egg, and cheese, or chopped cheese, bacon, egg, and cheese, or whatever. I done had a sandwich yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. And I had some pizza yesterday too. Man, I'm getting PTSD from that right now. That pizza was so good. I'm talking about, I ain't gonna lie. And it was from a real Italian place. I went up to an Italian place with my head coach. And man, everything is just so tightly compacted. That blows my mind. There's no space for shit. And I'm tall, so that makes me uncomfortable. I don't like that. I don't like being too close to people. I just don't like people on my space. I need to have space to breathe and move. And the guy, he burnt one of the garlic knots or whatever. That shit had me kind of tight, but it's all good. But the pizza was top notch. I had cheese pizzas. I don't eat pepperoni and all that. But I noticed too, I'm on a plant-based diet or whatever, and I had some collard greens. Those were the best collard greens I ever had in my fucking life. And they got them, my head coach, and his best friend named Jace. They went to this wing spot or whatever. They had a yellow bag, and they had collard greens in this little container. I put some collard greens on the plate, nigga. I devoured that shit in less than 5 minutes. That shit was so good. But there's like, you don't want no chicken? I was like, I don't eat chicken. And they were like, oh yeah, you on a plant-based diet and all that. But we were just conversing about that, just talking. And it was just different, you know, they accepted it. But I was just like, yeah, I'm a contradicting, you know, type of being. Because when I first came, I did have a turkey sandwich. I had lettuce on it, cheese, mayo. And, you know, I'm not supposed to eat turkey, but, you know, I just wanted to try because I was hungry. And it was just like, fuck it. It is what it is. I'll just fast for today. And, boy, I'm talking about the best thing. That sandwich was it was toasted too. I had the fruit punch Arizona from the gas station. That right there. And I was in Long Island too. And there was a bridge that connects Queens to Long Island. So it was like, once you go over this bridge, I was in Queens. Once I go over this bridge, I was in Long Island. It was just like that. I was like, that's fascinating. It's just fascinating to me. And I really love the low income lifestyle because I grew up in that. So coming from nothing and then having it all, I'm really in between both worlds. I don't even exist in this world for real. So it was just like me listening to, you know, what they went through growing up, what they eat. Like I said before, I mean, there is no plant-based diet for a lot of them. A lot of them really love to eat chicken and fried food, seafood, steak, pork chop, bacon. But that's how they come together through death. And maybe that's just why I'm different, because I just see life differently. You know, I don't think we should connect like that. But the authentic version of it all was just being in tune with the soul and never really judging anybody, because I was just hearing their stories, and the one thing that they were just telling me that I got from the whole entire dialogue from the OGs, I call them OGs, but basically making it out. We would be on the porch just talking, just chopping it. And some people my coach knew from his childhood, they were walking on the block. Oh shit, what's up, coach? And they were just like, oh, you back in town, just talking like nothing ever happened. And I would dap them up. My name's Darius. My name's so nice to meet you. And I'm just asking questions like, how long you been here or whatever. And it was some dude named Rod. And he's literally not too far from this crib right now that I'm in. But he was just telling me how long he been here. He went to Virginia for a year, came back. He had some things going on, a fucked up lifestyle. Came back with his mom's, whatever, his mom's elderly. So came back to his mom and dad's house or whatever. He was fucked up, but now his family's, getting older. He's taking care of them, but I just see that they smoke, I just call them cigarettes, but they got different terms for it. But they smoke cigarettes, they just walk down the block, they mind their business, but they always show love. And that right there to me is just so unique, because I'm big on that, which is exactly why I guard my heart. Because when you get betrayed by people that you care about, it's like, man, the people that you don't know, when they appreciate you more from people from back home, you can't beat that type of style of love, man. And I was just basically telling myself, bro, you gotta make it out. You gotta be able to travel, be your own man. And that's the one thing I appreciate, even just being around, like away from my family, away from Georgia, going out of the state. This is my first time in New York, and I'm just fascinated with the culture, just by the lifestyle. People riding their bikes, people on the block just playing. Man, it really takes me back and I can envision so many different lifestyles. And they were just saying too, they would see Nicki Minaj before she even became who she is. She'll be walking on the block, just getting something from the gas station, get something to eat, and walking, and you would never really there was really no, oh, that's Nicki. Nah, she was just being a regular person. And that's really how I see myself too. It's just, there is no infatuation or mesmerization over these people, because, and y'all already know what we know over here, because I didn't even introduce them to the spiritual part of myself. I just gave them the physical surface level, interpretation of my mindset. But they accepted me, and it was just like when I was listening to these stories about all these famous people that they know, they were the average Joe to them, to the people that I'm, in the house with or whatever. And that to me is amazing, because it's like, that's how I see everybody else. I don't see celebrities. I just see, implanted mirages that come from higher orders. But we ain't gonna go deep into that. I just want to keep this surface level, because y'all know we go in with that shit. But man, yeah, I just wanted to break that down for y'all, because basically the message that I want to give to you that I learned just in a day: love the people that you're coming across. Love the people that you make bonds with. And not only just love them, love yourself. Appreciate the experiences that you're walking into, because what I was told, they live in the moment. They live for now. And that's the one thing I'm learning as well, just living in the moment, but appreciating it and not being too comfortable. Because I wanted to lay down, take a little nap, but I couldn't, because why? I'm doing what I love to do, making videos. And no matter where I am, y'all can see I'm in somebody's basement. I'm in a bat cave. But guess what? Still making a video, still got my shit on, we still got to coach, still got to do what we got to do for these young men out here. And my whole interpretation on my lifestyle is, if I can do it, so can you. So what is your excuse? I don't even know these people, but I feel like I know them my whole entire life. And I'm young, I'm 30, 40 years younger than these people. A lot of them got gray hairs. I haven't got a gray hair yet. If I do, it's probably hiding somewhere. But I'm just envisioning my younger self, and it makes sense on why many older people, they kept me in their circle, because they see themselves through me. And when I give them my interpretation or my opinion on certain things, they don't really get mad or judge me for that. It's just, they either laugh at what I was saying, or they add on to what I was saying. They agree with what I'm saying. I mean, at this point, I know I'm protected by a higher frequency. I mean, a lot of them, my flight was free. I didn't have to pay for nothing out of pocket. At this point, all I want to do is spread what I'm going through upon you. So if you're watching this, if I can do it, so can you. I'm a living testimony of never giving up on yourself. Even if my life doesn't look how you want it to be, when these cameras cut off, I'm at peace. I have financial freedom. I beat the game of life already. I already have life figured out. All I got to do now is keep building my craft, keep on focusing, and not being so caught up in just the ways of the world. Like, this is a video game at this point to me. And as I'm seeing people's experiences, I'm learning from them and growing from them, but evolving my mindset to where now I have my mindset on my future. I can't go to bed at night knowing that my future is sitting right in front of me. I can hold on to, I can taste what my future tastes like. It has a certain taste to it to where I'm addicted to that. And I still fast from that vision because I had to live in that moment. But my present moment is my future. So I have no time to rest. I have no time to waste. That's exactly why no matter what I'm doing, no matter where I'm traveling to, a video will be made. So I want you to see that when I'm not in my state of Georgia, I'm in a whole different state of mind, just learning and exploring. So expect different teachings for New York. I still got the London teaching, that's done. I gotta make some changes for the key points I got, but London, Paris, but also we're still gonna expose celebrities, influencers, so that's never gonna stop. And you know, just more different just experiences on life, just more free game basically. I got so much game for y'all. I'm gonna stop this shit when I'm dead, basically. Like, my heart gonna have to stop for me just to stop making videos, because I don't see myself stopping this shit. And I just put you on game with the herbs and supplements too. I wash my face with cold water. I get some sun. I drink water. I fast. I take my lion's mane, my ashwagandha. I take my iron pills because I got low iron. When I get low iron, I don't got energy for shit. But other than that, though, when I get some quality sleep and motivated by my future, nothing can stop me. That's why my mind's deconstructed from the herbs right there, because I'm being aware of what never happened. Like, my mind knows that it's stuck in the present moment, so I have to play the part of my role for the character that I have implemented upon social media. But when I cut the camera off, I'm going back to my ideologies, which is basically silence, being close with that intuition of what God would never think it was. But being in tune with that silence has helped me learn so much from OGs. I'm passing it down. All I can do is pass the torch. I don't want the torch of enlightenment. I ain't gonna lie to you. I enjoy being around enlightenment, but it's so unintelligent to where I gotta pass it. I gotta detach from it and pass it on to somebody else. But I help you contradict what I'm going through. And I can just keep on going, but I want to stop right there. Just pour love into yourself. Look into the mirror today. What are 5 things you're grateful for? Look at the people around you that you may not know, the people that you do know. Talk to them. Ask them about their childhood, what they learned in life, what they're going through in life. Ask them about their mental capacity if you choose to. Get to know somebody new and learn from them. And then take one thing and then alchemize that. And then what can you learn from that? And then how can you enhance that thought that you're having? I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gone.